Next question, question number 8. If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium, so this is ABCD is the trapezium, which is the non-parallel sides. BC and AD are non-parallel sides. Okay, so if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, these two sides are equal, which is given in the question. AD is equal to BC. We have to prove that it is cyclic. Okay, we have to prove that this is cyclic. How can we prove? So by construction we have to draw this line DE and CF. These two should be perpendicular to the line AB. So by construction we have to draw these two perpendicular line. Okay, so let me start the proof. First of all, we have to take the triangle DEA in triangle DEA and triangle CFB. These two triangles. Okay, in these two triangles, these two sides are equal, which is given in the question. So I am writing AD is equal to BC, which is given in the question, right? Next, angle DEA. DEA. This is the perpendicular line, correct? So it is making here 90 degree, here also 90 degree. So angle DEA we can equate it with angle CFB. Both are 90 degree, correct? So this is perpendicular. So we can write here it is each one is 90 degree, both are equal. I equate those angles also. Okay. Next, DE and CF we can equate. What is the reason? DE is equal to CF I written here. What is the reason? Because both are distance between the parallel lines. These two lines AB and CD both are parallel lines, correct? So distance between two parallel lines should be same, remain same in all these cases, correct? So we can equate these two lines because both are the distance between the parallel lines. So we can equate here distance between parallel lines. Okay, so we can equate these two sides also, side angle. So by using SAS criteria we can write here triangle DEA is congruent to triangle CFB. By using RHS we can use RHS, or because here it is right angle we proved, correct? So I am writing RHS, or you can write SAS also. Okay, so RHS criteria we can write this. So I am equating angle A is equal to angle B. These two angles I am equating by using CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle are equal. So I equate here angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, so angle A is equal to angle B. I am putting it as equation number 1. Next I am equating angle ADE. Next angle I am equating ADE is equal to angle BCF. This angle I am equating. Angle ADE is equal to angle BCF. Again CPCT. By using CPCT we can write these two pairs of angles are equal, putting it as equation number 2. Okay, next angle ADE is equal to angle BCF we written here. From 2 we will get angle ADE is equal to BCF. Next I am writing angle ADE plus angle CDE is equal to angle BCF plus angle DCF. Angle ADE, this one I written here, plus angle CDE. I am adding this angle. Okay, this angle CDE is equal to angle BCF, right side of second equation, plus this angle DCF. So I am adding these two angles. If these two are the perpendicular lines, here it making 90 degree, just like that here also it is making 90 degree, correct? Because these two are parallel lines, so it should be 90, it should be 90. So I am adding 90 degree on both sides, so it will not make any changes in both sides, right? So I am adding 90 degree. Instead of writing that 90 degree, I am writing the adjacent angles. So ADE plus CDE written here, again BCF plus CDF written here, added 90 degree on both sides. So if we are adding these two angles, we will get the entire angle D, correct? So we can equate angle D is equal to, here we will get the entire angle C. So angle D is equal to angle C, putting it as equation number 3. Okay. So we know that sum of these two is equal to D and sum of these two is equal to C. That is the reason, C itself. Okay. So we can write from 1, 3. 1 and 3, we can write A is equal to B, C is equal to D, correct? So angle A is equal to angle B and angle C is equal to angle D, putting it as equation number 4 by using 1 and 3. Again I am rewriting the same thing, nothing changes happen here. Okay, A is equal to B and C is equal to, this is equal to this one and this is equal to this one, written here. Okay, from equation 1 and 3. Next I am adding all these angles. Okay, so angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to, this is a quadrilateral, trapezium is a quadrilateral, so sum of all these angles should be equal to 360 degree, right? So I written here 360 degree. So by using angle sum property of quadrilateral, I written ABCD, sum of ABCD is equal to 360 degree. You should write the reason sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay. So I am writing, instead of this B, this A, we can write B because A and B are equal. So instead of this A, I am writing angle B plus, again remaining B written same, is equal to, instead of this C, we can write D because both are equal. So angle D plus angle D. So instead of A, I written B, instead of C, I written D because all these angles are equal. Okay, which is equal to 360 degree. B plus B is equal to 2 angle B plus D plus D is equal to 2 angle D is equal to 360 degree. Now we got, I am taking 2 outside because 2 is common. 2 into angle B plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. We will get angle B plus angle D is equal to 360 divided by this 2 is equal to 180 degree. Now we got angle B plus angle D, opposite side, opposite angles sum should be equal to 180 degree. Now we got the opposite angles sum is equal to 180 degree. So we can write sum of pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral ABCD is 180 degree. Now we got sum of the pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral ABCD is equal to 180 degree. So opposite angle of the quadrilateral sum is equal to a 180 degree. That means I told you ABCD is a cyclic trapezium. So if it is cyclic, I told you the opposite angle sum should be equal to 180 degree. That is the property we have to prove here for proving it is a cyclic trapezium. Okay. So for proving it is cyclic, we have to prove that any of the opposite angle sum should be equal to 180 degree. Now we proved here angle B and angle D both are opposite angles, and we proved sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. What is the condition? What is the property of cyclic quadrilateral? That means if it is cyclic quadrilateral, then its opposite angle sum should be equal to 180 degree. We have to prove it. Okay.